Hello everyone, this is Zachary Parker, and I'm making this video today to make sure that you know a little bit about me for those of you who do know me, and maybe for those of you who don't know me. I think this idea came to me when I was watching Margaret Cho act, actually, and she was talking about how she is... for those of you who don't know, Margaret Cho's a comedian, and she likes to give a lot of lewd and stuff, like kind of crude information, but she was talking about how she likes to give too much information, and all of her friends are like, oh, too much information, and she says that if she doesn't give too much information, it's like she was never even there. And that's how I feel. I feel like so many people nowadays who are friends and stuff don't really talk to each other on a real level, you know? They talk about, like, fun stuff, like what they did last night and, you know, what movies they've seen, what food they've ate and stuff like that, but they don't talk about what's really going on for them emotionally or what's going on in their family and stuff like that, because that's branded as too much information. But I think that that's just things that friends should share and be honest with each other about, just to normalize how many people actually go through these similar problems in their own personal lives. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself today, and hopefully you can post a video in the response section, or I hope to encourage you all to make your own videos talking about your own personal struggles and trials and tribulations and stuff like that. So let's start. First off, I have been diagnosed with bipolar 1 disorder with mild delusions. I've had that diagnosis for about, I'm going to say maybe 4 years. And I'm really young, actually, to be diagnosed with I'm really young, actually, to be diagnosed with this kind of psychological disorder, because most people don't realize it in young people. They mistake it for things like ADHD or just plain out being a rude teenager, you know. So I'm not unusual, because there's a whole lot of teenagers out there with bipolar disorder, but a lot of the times it's kind of hard to notice and stuff. I've been hospitalized 4 times so far. Hopefully I'll never be hospitalized again, because it's really not a fun experience. But I've been hospitalized 4 times, and it's been a really hard experience for me. Mainly not being in the hospital is that hard, except for one time in West Covina, which was really difficult because it was just an all-male ward, and I found it really hard to identify with other people in the ward, you know, so it was kind of difficult, felt kind of isolated, but I've met a lot of cool people in the hospital, and it's been really hard, especially getting back to normalcy when you get out of the hospital, because it's kind of difficult to identify with your peers, you know? And I'm really doing this as a kind of experiment to see if I can identify with my peers, if there may be more people out there like me than not. The first time I went to the hospital, actually every time I went to the hospital, it's because of running away with these older men that I meet online, and I meet them online, we talk for a little while, and I say, hey, want to meet? And they say, okay, and so they pick me up at my house, and I get in the car, and I drive to their house with them, you know, we have what seems to be a fun time, and I'm still pretty traumatized by those events, you know, even though I was very lucid when I made well, not really lucid, but, you know, I was very voluntary in my decision-making. The first time I did this, I was 15, so the guy was 48. So it was kind of like, you know, there's a disparity there between who's really making the decision, you know? And it's really hard for me to grasp that even today. My therapist and I work tooth and nail to try and get me to realize that I've been taken advantage of, and I can't really picture that, even still. Like right now I'm smiling, and they always say, smiling is a form of insecurity and whatnot. Second time I was hospitalized is because I couldn't ensure my safety with my therapist. I've never really had a suicide attempt, but I have had a lot of instances of not caring whether I live or die and just doing like really reckless stuff. So I went to West Covina then, and third time I was hospitalized, I ran away, and I was having some serious delusional problems. I had this idea that I was working as a prostitute, and that, let's see, and then I thought I was going to be a monk, and I thought that I was just going to be homeless, and just really crazy out there stuff. And I went to that hospital in Ventura, and they said they had to let me out, but they didn't really think that I was all well and everything. So right after that, I went to a residential facility in Reno, which was very difficult because, again, an all-male ward, and met a lot of cool people there, and I learned a lot of good stuff, mainly from the people, not as much from my therapist. My therapist got me started on what is known as CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, and it's just like trying to reorganize your thoughts to where you think in a logical and less self-destructive, less pessimistic, negative manner, and more realistic, and it really helped me. His name was Chris, and he's a great guy. I want to send him a letter still because he helped me so much, My other therapist was Brooke, and she was wonderful, and I hope to one day be able to email her. I still haven't emailed her, and I have her email. So if you're watching this, Brooke, I'm saying hello. So, let's see. I right now am on lithium, Prozac, and Latuda. Latuda is a mood stabilizer. It is also used on psychotics and schizophrenics, schizoids, I don't know how to say that, to stop delusional behavior and stuff. It's also used as an antidepressant, I think, because I'm not so sure about this, but I used to be on Abilify, and I think it works the same as Abilify. And then Prozac is Latuda is an antipsychotic, Prozac is a mood stabilizer, and lithium is a mood stabilizer, and Prozac is an antidepressant. So, those are my medications, and I'm so used to telling them, because every time an ambulance picks me up, I, have to tell them all my medications, and if I'm allergic to any that whole routine thing. I only had the police called on me. No, I had them called on me twice. One time for bashing in my mother's car windows, and the other time for vandalizing a Carl's Jr. If Carl's Jr. people are watching this, I'm really sorry about that too, because you probably remember me. Let's see, what else? I'm just trying to spill my whole heart out here. So I've had some real relationship dysfunctions in the past, mainly because of my obsessive attraction to older men, which is very difficult for me because I'm attracted to these older men, but, it's not really socially appropriate, nor is it healthy for me to have, a 30-year-old boyfriend when I'm 17. So, let's see, what else? Yeah, I haven't had really any long-term boyfriends for, ever. I've had maybe 2 boyfriends, and I don't even know if they'd want to call me that. I dated a guy for a while, and there was this one guy when I was like 14 who was texting me from Wisconsin, and he was a jerk. So I don't think he's a boyfriend, really. I don't think you can have a boyfriend just by an online relationship, but some people do it, so I guess that's okay. I mean, whatever works for you, But that's pretty much my story. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Except for my medication. let's see. I have an awesome family, really supportive family. That's one thing that I've been really lucky in that field. Let's see. They've, always come and visit me at the hospital, always ask me how I'm doing, stuff like that, and I really appreciate it. I just want to say that I'm a pretty normal guy. I mean, if anybody knows me, they don't think that I'm really super weird, I don't think, so I hope this doesn't make you guys, think that I'm super unusual and stuff. I just think that it's really cool if we all just try and be more honest with each other. I want to start promoting people to come out about, there's like all these gay people in there who are like really into like coming out and gay rights and stuff, but I think there's another community that needs to come out of the closet or the bedroom or wherever they are, come out of the mental hospital, but it's the mentally ill community, because a lot of people look at mental health as a separate field from physical health. And there's a lot of unavailability, especially in young people with mental health problems. And I think that it should be more available, and people should be more open about it. When you have a broken leg, you don't go like, oh, I have a broken leg, I should hide that from everybody, So when you have bipolar disorder, or depression, schizophrenia, psychosis, anything, you need to be vocal about it. You need to let people know, because if you have like social anxiety or something and you're off-putting and whatnot, you should be able to tell people, hey, I have social anxieties, I have problems with being around people, and I don't think ill towards you. I think I'd love to be your friend and stuff, but it makes me really nervous. So just, if you have mental disorder, it's okay to tell people. I mean, they might judge you, they might not, but usually I found most people really don't care. So maybe I'm not making this video for any reason at all. No, it's really for me, me to get out there and tell people how I feel. So maybe this is just rambling to you, but it's really important to me. So that's how it goes. I just wish all of you well who are watching, and hope that you will have awesome lives, awesome partners, awesome family, and just, grow up healthy and well. And I hope your family does too, and I hope I do. I hope my family does. And I'll see you on the other side, okay? Bye.